Time is running out. Those are the words coming from Janet Yellen. She's warning Americans, but not only Americans, the entire world. Time is running out. Social Security payments could be stopped. Food stamp snapped. US dollar could get hit. The world economy could crash. I got more information coming out today, guys. It's very important that people start praying. It's very important that people start prepping. Share the video. It's very important you share this video. Kevin McCarthy said this. The House Speaker, Kevin McCarthy, said on Monday that negotiation over the debt limit with a Democrat and President Joe Biden are not in a good place, and that Biden had delayed talks for 100 days. Biden delayed talks for 100 days. We only have so many days left, Kevin said on Monday. And today that there have been no progress in the talks. Biden does not want to talk. We have 2 weeks left. Time is running out. The president decided to wait 100 days. $100 days before he would negotiate. Man, I don't know what's gonna happen after this here, guys. 100 days? 100 days? We could see a massive economic downfall. We can't wait 100 days. We can't wait that long. I mean, guys, June 1st is around the corner. I mean, they're talking about Social Security could be delayed and so many other things, and that the U.S. could get hit really hard, and the world could be impacted. So basically, the world system, you have Mr. J-O-E, he's holding the world hostage. I don't want to talk. Come back to me in 100 days. We have 2 weeks left. Doesn't matter. Come back to me in 100 days. All right, so let's see what's going on here, guys. So Mr. Joe decided to wait 100 days before he would negotiate. He treated this the same way he treated the southern border. He wanted to ignore the problem. Wow. Kevin McCarthy and Biden are scheduled to meet at 3 p.m. Eastern Time today, Tuesday. Complicated matters is a Biden scheduled trip to Japan on Wednesday to attend the group of 7 meetings. According to Kevin, the left would have to get serious, very serious, about negotiating before he considers any progress to have been made. They will have to really talk about where they're going to go. I don't think we're in a good place, in a good path. I know we're not. This ignoring the problem, thinking it will go away, he could bubble his way into a default, just like he did on the southern area, the border. Ignoring problems, running away from problems, does not solve anything. It just causes massive chaos. You guys see New York? You have the mayor, Eric Adams. He is saying, where is Biden? Everybody's saying, where is he? I can't be taking all these people. They don't fit all over my beloved state. Everybody's saying, where is he? So I don't think we're in a good place, Kevin said. Now, Kevin has sought to use the threat of defaulting on the national debt to force the left to limit their spending. Save and grow, he said of the GOP economic strategy. Time is of the essence, was Kevin's message for Biden on Monday. He has argued that the Gov can't continue to spend money at the pace it is now. I agree. We can't be spending so much money. We just can't. I mean, we are literally printing money out of thin air. We don't want to put ourselves into too much debt. So an increase in the debt limit will not authorize new federal spending. It will only allow for borrowing to pay for the policies and legislation what Congress has already approved. I'm really concerned that the Senate hasn't passed anything. I'm really concerned that the president waited 100 days before he even talked to us. I'm really concerned about the president's continued spending of what it will do to Medicare and Social Security, McCarthy said on Monday. I'm really concerned about, instead of the left sitting down, realizing we have a division in Gov, and being honest and adult and discussing this, but simply lying about what we are doing. Treasury Secretary Janet echoed Kevin's warning on Monday, saying that time is running out to avert an economic catastrophe, and that default could see financial markets break with worldwide, not only America, worldwide panic that triggers margin calls, bank runs, and fire sales. I must remind you, this woman here, she's not only saying America, she's saying the financial market break with worldwide, the entire world, panic. Now, again, I'm not telling people to go out and panic, all right? I'm not saying that, all right? Because my job as a Christian, a watchman, is to lead people to the righteous path, and that's our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Now, I'm not trying to put out fear, but we live in this world, and the world is not looking beautiful nowadays. And it's very important that people start preparing. Number one, spiritually, giving your life to Christ, for Jesus is the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father but through Jesus. You got to be prepared. You got to put on the full armor. You cannot rely on the things of the world. I mean, things are going to hit the fan, and it's going to hit really hard. And the only one that can save us is Jesus. We are already seeing the impacts of brinksmanship. Investors have become more reluctant to hold Gov debt that matures in early June. Mrs. Janet Yellen said in remarks prepared for delivery to a banking conference on Tuesday, Bloomberg reports. The Treasury chief issued a fresh letter to congressional leaders on Monday, restating that the Treasury risks running out of sufficient cash for all federal obligations as soon as June 1st. The livelihoods of millions of Americans hang in the balance, she said in excerpts of her speech to the Independent Community Bankers of America Capital Summit released by the Treasury. Every single day that Congress does not act, we are experiencing increased economic cost that could slow down the U.S. economy, Yellen said. Now you have Biden and McCarthy, have been at an impasse since January over raising the $31.4 trillion borrowing limit. Economists have cautioned that U.S. default risk triggering a market sell-off, a surge in borrowing cost, and a blow to the global economy that could rival the 2008 crash. According to people familiar with the meeting, the White House has pushed to exclude elements of a bill passed by House Republicans last month, including the elimination of Biden's student loan forgiveness program, as well as several legislative accomplishments. Republicans, meanwhile, have rejected a Democratic proposal that would seek to raise revenue by altering a dozen provisions of the tax code, including a cryptocurrency loophole, which allows investors to claim losses on assets that they then purchase. Another proposal from Democrats will be the elimination of a loophole that allows large real estate investors to effectively receive interest-free gov financial or financing, Bloomberg reports. According to Representative Dusty Johnson, a Republican from Santiago, the GOP has three red lines: no clean debt increase, no tax increase, and the bill must reduce the deficit. Jeanette also addressed recent banking turmoil, reiterating that the U.S. deposits remain safe. For now, I tell people, look, have some of your money put away inside your house. Because eventually, one day, we're going to wake up, try to withdraw money, nothing. Learn from the past. History repeats itself. Back in the 30s, there were banks that had no money, and people were saying, "What's my money at?" See, Americans back then, they exchanged money for gold or silver. Not only that, they stashed their money, because many of them just don't trust the bank. So Jeanette also addressed recent banking turmoil, reiterating that U.S. deposits remain safe. Recent banking troubles, including the resolution of First Republic, are not a sign of any shift in the fundamental health of the U.S. banking system, she said, adding Americans should rest assured that their deposits are safe. The deposit will be there when they need them. Hopefully. We have some information coming out. President Joe Biden has decided to shorten his trip to Asia for G7 meeting, NBC reports, citing the need to return early to continue debt limit negotiation with Republicans. It was just released now. Oh my goodness. So I guess what is that? The 100 days that he said that he's not going to talk? He has to figure this out. I mean, he's basically the leader. You can't be going around and just ignoring stuff. The White House had emphasized how Joe attendance at a summit, a group of 7 major industrial countries in Japan this week, would show up optimism that the U.S. is able to resolve its differences at home. The president had next planned to travel to Australia for a Quad meeting on May 24th, with China's provocative actions in the region expected to be front and center in meetings with the leader of Australia, India, and Japan. Biden will also cancel a trop to Papua New Guinea. I think it's trip. I guess it's they spelled it wrong. So Biden will also cancel a trip to Papua New Guinea, where he was planning to stop on his way to Sydney to discuss regional security as well as economic and climate support, wherever or whatever that means. Here's the thing, guys. He's canceling everything. Everything's being canceled. He has to figure this out. So he's not going to... What was the first one? He's not going to the G7 meeting in Asia, the trip to Asia. He's also not going to Papua New Guinea, which is, again, that was canceled. So he's canceling some stuff here, guys. Again, this is the real deal. So, again, very important information coming out. If you can, please share the video. So he's canceling some stuff here. He cannot go without fixing this issue. On Tuesday afternoon, he will meet with congressional leaders before departing on Wednesday. According to reports, Biden's Senate Majority Leader, Mr. Chuck, and House Minority Leader, Hakeem Jeffries, have insisted that they will only accept a bill that raises the borrowing limit with no string attached, while House Speaker Kevin says Republicans will only agree to lifting the limit if it's paired with spending cuts. It's like these two can come together. Instead of all the breathless, apocalyptic commentary on a U.S. default, can we just agree on how much stocks have to drop to get a deal done in Congress? So once again, trip has been canceled. Biden cuts G7 trip short. He cuts Papua New Guinea trip short amid debt limit negotiation. That's where we are right now. That is where we are right now. All right, so time is running out, but we have some information that and I hope that, look, I pray they figure this thing out today, tomorrow, but again, we have 2 weeks left. 2 weeks. So be prepared, and again, put your faith and trust in God. Put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ. One thing about Mr. J.O.E., he runs away. He runs away from problems. He never showed up to Ohio. And again, you guys already know what happened in Ohio. He doesn't show up to the southern border. And now with this situation, I mean, he was forced. He was forced. He's like, hey, you can't go. You can't go. Can't go. You can't go nowhere. You got to fix this. So, look, I believe he was forced. Someone told him, hey, you can't be going. You got to fix this now. So, I would keep you updated on this. If you can, please share the video. You have Treasury Secretary Jeanette is sounding the alarm. Time is running out. You have Joe saying, talk to me in 100 days. Now he had to cancel all his trip. Yeah, and stock market is getting really bad because you have these people that can figure out anything. Guys, there used to be a time the true Americans used to come together and fix the problem. Now we have Looney Tunes acting like babies. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Give your life to Jesus Christ and get baptized. We are living in tough times. Till next time later. Peace.